Hi friends, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. Today's a special one. We're doing a collaboration between Crafty Meraki and Trinity stamps, and our theme is Better Together. So let's talk about what we're using, and then I'll describe what I think is better together. We are going to be using this adorable stamp set called Web Designer. I love the spider, the matching dies that go along with it. We're also going to be using the You Donut Scare Me. We're just going to be using the web from this because it's fabulous. And then I've also got the Birthday Slimline tag die from Crafty Meraki. I love the detail on that tag. We're going to be using the birthday and the happy. And as a bonus, I'll show you the card that I made at the end, another card that I made at the end. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our piece. I have a piece of cardstock, purple cardstock that measures 5 by 7. We're going to be making an A7 card, and I've brought in my embossing dauber. Kind of getting that going. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of dab that ever so lightly, feathering that across my paper because I do have some different kinds of distress embossing powders. Now those are fairly translucent embossing powders, and they're going to go perfectly over the top of this purple because I've brought in the Seedless preserves. Now, what's better together? All kinds of things, but I do love it when companies decide to get together and collaborate and show you how beautifully their products can go with each other. Because if you look around your craft room, I bet it's very rare that you are one of those people that has nothing but one type of product from one company in your craft room. I have like all the craft. All the craft supplies from all the different places. So I love when we collaborate together like that. I'm going to end up just showing you that what's better together with a card? Well, shakers. Shakers go good with every card. So that's what we're doing. And so I'm excited to show you the end results. Now you might be wondering what I'm doing. When I poured that powder over the top, because I didn't use an anti-static powder tool, I obviously got powder sticking all over the place. And while I thought that looked fine, it looked a little bulky to me. So I'm just taking a paintbrush and I'm swishing that across, wiping off some of that powder. It's super easy to do. If it's not how you like it, just bring in a paintbrush, a dry one, and you can just get rid of the excess. Cleaning up my mess before I heat anything up, because otherwise I'll just make a bigger mess. And so I'm going to hit this with my heat tool, and you'll see how beautifully the purple Seedless Preserves looks over the top of that lighter purple cardstock. And you'll know that it's been embossed when it goes from that grainy, sandy, and matte look to the shiny look. It's so pretty. And then I went ahead and also did that to another piece that's going to go on the inside of our card. Now we're bringing in that Birthday Slimline tag. I went ahead, just to save a little time, I die cut that out of some light gray cardstock. This is nice and big and beautiful. And I also did the happy. And because I want to make this a shaker, I've decided I want it to be a full shaker card. So I'm going to bring in some of this extra packaging that I have. I've got so much extra packaging, and I do like to use it. I don't really just want to throw it away. So I'm cutting that down to be bigger than my 5 by 7. So it's probably about 6 by 8 is what I would say. And I'm going to bring in some of the Trinity Stamps Rip and Stick tape. This is the 1/4 inch, and I'm going to put it all along all 4 sides. And then I'm going to peel it off of only 3 sides. I'll leave one of those shorter sides still on there because we need to leave one of them open. And I'm using my pickup stick to carefully take that off of there. And then I'll just fold over my packaging over those 3 sides, and then I'll bring in some scissors just to trim up those corners so they aren't too bulky. But that's nice and flat against that. And you could add your shaker bits now, but I have decided I'm going to go ahead and wait to put the shaker bits in until a little bit later. I want to add all of the front stuff to my card. And so I've already die cut out 2 spider webs using that You Donut Scare Me. And obviously that's an add-on for a circle die that Trinity Stamps carries. I'm going to use my liquid glue all over the backs of our webs, and then we'll attach that down to the front of our A7 panel. That's okay that it goes off the side. We'll trim that off later. Not too worried about that, because I do love that when you put things on a card and it goes off the side, it just gives you the illusion that there's more going on outside of the card. So just making sure that's all put down, and then like I said, I can trim off the excess. Save those for another card if you want to, chuck them, whatever you need to do. And then I'm going to bring in some Hickory Smoke Distress ink, one of those mini ink cubes, and I'm going to get the edges all inked up, kind of give it a distressed look. I thought about using some hickory smoke embossing powder, but I decided against it. And so now I am going to ink up the spider. I'm using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. It's a nice crisp black pigment ink. And so I only have to stamp it twice because it'll be nice and dark. Now this is a part of a video hop and also an Instagram hop. I'll have all the information linked down below so that you can go and check out how you can participate and possibly win a prize. But you're definitely going to want to go check out what everybody else thinks is better together. But I definitely think that any card is better with a shaker. Yeah. All right, so I'm die cutting out all my pieces. I went ahead and stamped out the word eek as well because this could not only be just a regular like Halloween birthday card if you wanted. I mean, this could be fun to just give to anybody who's a little bit older on their birthday, maybe for the 40th or the 50th birthday. That might be fun to just put eek, like you're old. But yeah, I've got actually quite a few friends that have birthdays more in this fall time frame, so this works out perfectly. And then I'm just going to glue all those pieces down. Rather than use some foam tape, which you could do, I just decided I would glue everything down. And definitely liquid glue would work better than like a tape roller. You just want to make sure that this is going to stay on there. And I'm using my reverse tweezers for the happy word. And then we can just stick that down next to it. And then we'll attach eek up to the top. All right, now that everything is going to be attached to the front, we can start adding our shaker bits to the inside where you've got your open pocket. I'm bringing in the Halloween shaker pop. These are brand new. And I'm just going to sprinkle those in there. They're just some little beads of various colors like the green, the orange, and the black and the purple. And then I'll peel off that last piece of release paper and then I can trim down those corners. And then we'll be ready to attach this to the front of a 5x7 card base. And that is going to, if you want to make your own card base, that measures 10 by 7 inches, and then you're just going to score it at 5 inches. And then you'll have a nice, beautiful 5x7 card base. So we're going to use liquid glue again. You could use some of that double-sided adhesive if you wanted. That would be fine. But we're just going to attach that down. This is going to be a fairly easy mailer. It's pretty flat, which is great. And then for our final bit, I'm going to attach down this last piece into the inside so that we've kind of brought the outside in. Love it. And that's what this little card looks like. Nice, and it's a shaker with all those little bits. I love it. And let me bring in the other card that I made, which uses the Snappy Birthday from Trinity Stamps, the Layered Peninsula Stencil from Trinity Stamps, and the Party Balloon Mini Slimline die set. So all three of those combined, along with some blueberry and cherry embellishments, make this cute little mini slimline shaker card. Both flat shakers. So yes, any card goes better together with a flat shaker. All right, so I really hope that you like these cards. If you do, please hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to head on down to the description box so that you can hop along. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.